This is the desktop experience of ExpensePRO. If I go to manage receipts, you will find that we have the receipt that we uploaded with our mobile device. If I go and edit, I see all the information that I enter in a copy of my receipt. Now, once all of my receipts are uploaded, I'll do one via the desktop, and it's the same experience. Add receipt. I'm going to go ahead and do 1023. This was paid by P card. Is this a business expense? It's for Rapid Gate from Pendleton. And my amount. Here I'm able to go ahead and code the transaction. And now I'm going to upload my receipt. This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to save. Okay, to match the transactions here on the top, I have my receipts, and then I have my credit card transactions. This is coming straight from our bank. So to match the receipt with the credit card, I'm going to do select. The system automatically finds anything for the $40 amount. At that point, I'm able to kind of compare to see if this is the correct one. I say match. It moves that transaction down to the ready to report receipts. I'll do the same with this one, and then I'll have to wait for this last one to post. I'm going to take you through a travel report, actually my travel report for California. And here are the options that I have. I can do a mileage, a travel, or an expense report. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and select travel report, and I just begin filling in information. When I left, when I got back home, if I want some sort of reference, I visited two locations on this travel. One was a job site in Sacramento, and then the conference. Our policy is to create a site visit report for each location that we visit to tell our managers what have we done or what was the purpose of the trip. And I'll go ahead and do that very quickly. I have now completed my report. Here it is. The system will not allow me to go forward if I don't complete them, so here they are. And if I wanted to download a copy, I can just click on the icon, and then I can get a copy of it as well. So now that I completed this, I'm gonna go ahead and continue to the next section, which is other expenses. All of these receipts have been already preloaded and matched as previously shown. And here, all I have to do is select each of the receipts that is actually pertaining to the travel report. In this case, all of this are actually part of the travel. So I'm just going to click and then move forward. I don't have any mileage costs. This can be added in the event that I drove my vehicle somewhere, then I can add the mileage here, start and odometer reading, the reason for the mileage. I'm going to continue, and now I get to the hotel. So here, what I want to do is I want to select the hotels that I stayed at in order to make it easier for me. I'm going to select the first hotel, and here's just telling me to verify my date. So I go ahead and select the date I checked in and then the date I checked out, and that was Saturday the 7th. It's also going to ask me for my zip code to the hotel location. So I'm going to download my receipt so I can reference back and forth. And this is a receipt 945.33. So that is going to determine where I was, how much is my lodging, and how much is my allowable meals. And now I get to the cost. So here it wants to know how much was my rate for my room. So it was $244.02. And then how much was the tax? So for the tax, I'm going to add that up. So here I'm gonna use my plus key, 2440 plus 732. And then in the end, it should calculate everything. So here's my allowable with the tax and my unallowable with the tax. I have $0 difference, so I can go ahead and save this. Now I go to the next one and same process. Same thing here, I need to validate the check-in and check-out date. Go here, and now it's looking for the zip code of the hotel to determine my per diem. And same thing, how much my room rate was $2,755, and then my taxes. Okay, again, my difference is 0, so I'm just gonna save this. Now I'm done with the hotel section. I go to the next, and here's a summary of my travel report. When I begin my trip, when I end it, each date, and the per diem that I am receiving, and how much the lodging, the allowable lodging is for each of the dates. If we had J&J purchase meals, we also have to make deductions. So if they purchase my meal, and they can, or they shouldn't pay me per diem as well. So if I was to do this, then it actually accounts for a deduction as well. Here it gives me the breakdown of my hotel, how much is allowable, how much is unallowable based on the rates. And then here's the rest of my receipts. And I don't have any deductions, so this is now, my report is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and save, and then I'm gonna print the report so we can see what that looks like. Okay, so this is my report. Once it's printed, this first section is the distribution section. That's more for finance accounting purposes, and then it lists all the transactions that were selected from my credit card. After that, it does a breakdown of every stay by whether it's a P card charge or reimbursable charge. In this case, it does my per diem dates accordingly, and then it displays the rest of the expenses, and it gives me a total. Also, it will display each of the receipts and the order reported. That way my supervisor is able to review all the way through. So now that my report, I don't have anything else to add to this. This is completed. I go ahead and submit for processing. And just to show you real quick, as far as the integration piece, to complete the reports and post them in Prime, our process is going to be as follows. This report has already been verified. I'm going to go to the last section of the report, the review and submit. I have everything that I need, everything is coded, and this is what the report looks like from the system, the receipts and all. So all I'm going to do now is at the bottom of my report, since it's been already verified and approved, I'm going to say complete, and I'm going to give it a second, and what it's doing is actually gathering the data and then sending it over to Prime. So now it's completed. It's telling me that there is a bill in Prime set up for this expense report. So I'm going to go to Prime real quick. And this is my bill. It's been fully distributed. It knows how much to pay the employee based on the report itself. And it has a copy of my report. So since everything looks good, all I have to do now is go ahead and release in Prime as normal. This is one function that we don't allow the system to do for us. We do it ourselves. And then we go to the ExpensePRO system and let the record be updated.